In this three-part video series, we're helping you answer the question, which Beehive plan is right for me? There are three plans that they offer. In our previous video, we talked about the advantages and disadvantages of their launch plan. Today, we're going to talk about the grow plan. Now, it doesn't matter whether you are growing your own newsletter or whether you are going to get a client and grow their newsletter. You need to be able to understand what the benefits are of these different levels that you can get within Beehive, so you can get yourself onto the right plan. But not only that, you can move yourself from one plan to another or move your client from one plan to another at the right time. So as you can see here, I've got the grow plan up on the screen. It is $42 a month that you need to commit to. Now I'm going to go straight out and say that this is actually my least favorite of the three plans, and you're going to get a sense of that in the video. Now, if you disagree with me, then please let me know in the comments, because obviously I might be thinking about this in one way and you might have a better point of view on this. But going from the free to grow, some reasons why you might want to do this for yourself, or if you've got a client that you're working with and they have some of their business already set up. So maybe they're a brick and mortar business or an online business, or maybe they're a creator and they've already got some things going on, then the grow plan might be an advantage for you. And the reason for that is you can add your own domain. Now, we talked about the free plan is great because you don't need hosting, you don't need a domain, you don't need a website builder where you've got to pay money to get that branding taken off. You can get started straight away. But with this plan, if you do want to add your own domain, you can do that with the grow plan, and you can get to 10,000 subscribers, which means if you're taking somebody on who's already got an email list or they've already got an audience as a client, and you think it's going to be over 2.5 thousand, then this is the plan that you're going to want to go for. And if you're going for something that is purely a paid newsletter, then the free option, as we said last time, is not going to work for you at all, because you cannot run a paid newsletter on the plan. You have to use the grow plan. So if you're going for a paid newsletter from day one, then you are going to have to go for at least the grow plan on Beehive. Another advantage is you can add admins, which means if you've got a VA or you've got writer. So for example, if you're setting yourself up with a team, maybe you're running your newsletter agency and you have some people that are writing for you, then you want the ability to add admins. Or again, you're working with a business and they set up Beehive, and then you need to be added as an admin in order to work for them, then you're going to need this particular plan. But obviously that keeps everything, all that their data safe, or if you're hiring somebody to write for you for your newsletter, all of your data safe. And you can start doing polls and segments. Now, when you're starting to grow your newsletter, you want feedback from your audience. Polls are going to allow you to do that because you can ask questions. What do people want more of, less of, that kind of thing. We do it all the time on our community tab, so we know what kind of content you guys want. And then you can segment, which means you can put people into different lists within your bigger list, which means if people raise their hands and they're interested in a certain offer or idea, you can then send them separate information so that they are getting the information they want, whereas if people said they're not interested, can just stick with your newsletter. So you do get that additional flexibility that you don't get on the free plan, but obviously, as we said, you are paying for it. Now, some of the cons with this particular plan, some of the things that make me feel like if you're going to spend money, you should just go for their main plan on Beehive. And I should say the link to Beehive is down in the description if you want to check it out, is you get limited web design. So you have to stick with their basic web design. And if you're at the point where you're coming up to 10,000 subs, you're probably making a good chunk of money. And you probably want to get to the point where you want to personalize things a little bit more. Or a business might come to you and say, I want personalized web design. I want it to look like the rest of our website. You can't do that on the Grow plan. You also get limited analytics. You just don't get the depth of information you get by going onto their bigger plans. So if you want scale, for example, you're just not going to get the detailed information. And if you're up to 10,000 subscribers and you're putting people into different segments and you understand newsletters to that level, then you're going to find that you do want to access the greater information so you can see where your subscribers are coming from. You can really start to analyze what's working, what's not. And then you can make better decisions for your business. You also have limited growth tools still. And I think this is one of the main ones for me, is that you still don't get access to the referral program where subscribers can refer your newsletter to others in exchange for gifts and prizes. You don't get access to their boost, which is a great way of monetizing a newsletter, and you don't get access to their ads network. If you would like me to go through each of these individually, can you put the word grow into the comments for me? And if I get enough people interested, then I'll make videos on each of these. But Boost, as I say, it's a great way to grow your newsletter, and you can earn from it as well. And ads, don't write ads off. We have a client who, brand new newsletter, brand new business, and they got an ad offer from the ad network when they just crossed over 100 subscribers. We got them there very quickly, within a week or so, and then they were able to access the ads network. They're not going to make a huge amount of money because they've only got a small subscriber base at the moment, but they are able to make a little bit of money very early on from the ad network. So don't think you've got to be massive with thousands of subscribers in order to access this, which is why I think that there's a lot of limits on the scale plan, on the grow plan, that kind of put me off. You don't get the AI automation tools, which are great, especially if you don't want to be paying for multiple tools. You can use the AI within Beehive itself, and there's no automations. And again, if you're going to start doing segments and polls and things like that, you're going to want to start doing automations. You're going to want to do things like welcome email series and stuff like that well before you hit 10,000 subscribers, which for me just pushes me to want to pay the extra money for the scale plan. And just, I feel like the benefits are massive in comparison to what you're getting on the grow plan. So if that was useful, you should be able to see the video on the screen now. We'll take you through everything in the scale plan. Just click on that, and then you can make the best decision for you.